Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is the previously mentioned electrical and electronics engineer Khalid Sada Asif. Welcome back to my channel, and I don't know if you remember this or not. If you saw my previous video where I talked about the traction of my first ever Python package called PyTrade, which is currently a library of 50 physics arbitration based problems, then you would know that I promised to announce more, and I do have more. I'm not lying, actually. Like, if you dig deep, you'll be able to see it. It's already out there. People are already using it, but I haven't actually announced any of it, neither through text nor through a video yet. So these videos are going to be about explaining what these artifacts are. So this is the second video where I'm explaining what another artifact of mine is that I have released actually almost a month ago. It's been a proper month since I released that one. This one is also physics based. It's called PhysTensor. Now, I would like to repeat something that I've already repeated multiple times. The stuff that I'm going to talk about in these videos are extremely nerdy, like to the point that even if you're a mid-career engineer, you would probably not find them relatable. You would find them relatable if you are actively involved in research. Like, I build softwares for researchers. That's currently close to how I can describe my niche. And even that does not properly cover it, because honestly speaking, I am in the middle of discovering what my proper niche is. For those of you who don't understand what a niche is, it's basically the small sort of activities that you master and deliver at the highest quality. So that's the space you occupy in the value ecosystem or the value sphere. Okay, so for instance, anybody who is a teacher or anybody who is a police, they're occupying the niches of transference of knowledge and transference of the will of judiciary bodies of a specific locality and judicial system. But anyway, that's we're going to keep it to that. If you want me to further explain what that is, comment down below this video and I will make an entire video about that. But for now, let's focus on PhysTensor. Now, what is PhysTensor and why am I going on and on about physics? Why do I need a separate package or a separate piece of software for physics? You have to first understand that the body of knowledge that circumnavigates physics is vast, and each part of the world does physics differently. And the reason that has to do a lot with how the field evolved over the last couple of millennia. Humans have been doing physics since the beginning of, let's say, the first semi-ape who ended up learning how to light a fire. Okay, that's physics, but it wasn't codified, or it wasn't formalized as a domain of knowledge or epistemology. So, why am I creating a second package about physics? Because physics is evolving, so is the entire world. But the applications of physics are just as important as they were a couple of millennia ago. If anything, they have gone higher in terms of significance, simply because we currently, as a civilization of Homo sapiens, deal with energy costs coming from multiple sources that come from gas, it comes from natural gas, it comes from electricity, it comes from coolant costs, it comes from a lot of different ways, and transportation costs, fuel. I can go on and on, but what matters is that the ability to accurately, precisely, and instantaneously generate accurate physics true computations is only going to grow higher and more in the future that we're about to inhabit. It is already indispensable. like if my target audience is not actively involved in paying their bills, then they wouldn't know, but their parents definitely know that every month they get a bill and they have to calculate using watts or kilowatt hours, and there is no escaping physics. If you want to live as a human being in the modern civilization, you have to adhere to physics only up until you cannot concretely prove that a specific law that we've been accepting for the past like 10 or more decades is completely wrong under today's circumstances. This is the only place, where no politics works, nothing works. If you don't obey the laws of physics, the laws of physics will make you suffer. Not only suffer, the laws of physics is going to make you pay, and it's going to make you pay exactly as much as it owes you. If you think that you can get away with like walking over fire, now anybody who's going to talk about like those tips and tricks about people walking on top of fire, no, they're doing a trick, and that trick is basically introducing a secondary element that takes away the initial hit of the heat that is being dissipated by the energy source. So apart from dumbassery, okay, physics is important, and like this is the last time I'm going to talk about why I'm doing the things I'm doing, because like I've said before and I'm going to say it again, don't watch my videos. It's not going to be up everybody's alley. People already think that I'm arrogant. They're going to think I'm more arrogant. People have already tried to beat me. They're going to try to beat me up even more, and that's okay. I'm fine with it. Come at me, bite me. Anyway, moving on. So back to PhysTensor. PhysTensor is a dependency, not that much different from NumPy, Pandas, or scikit-learn, or any of the massively popular Python packages that the average undergrad computational methods or numerical methods laboratory student blindly copy paste from the lab manual. It comes with a lot of features which essentially increase the probability of you being right. And at its core lies unit accuracy. When you're doing physics-based calculations on any software or like any platform, right? It is something that is of second nature to most mediocre physics students to miss out the degree centigrade, or to miss out the kilogram, or to miss out the specific meters or meter square or meter cube. PhysTensor acts as a guardrail between you and callousness. So PhysTensor is the library that when you call it, you don't have to worry about carelessly missing out on adding a specific unit or making an incorrect unit-based calculation. So this is for every simulation laboratory out there that currently uses Python as the primary language in order for natural sciences simulations, as well as any early to even expert researcher who is currently looking to automate physics correctness in their workflows. So that's the launch of PhysTensor. For anybody who wants to know further, I'm going to attach the link to the library under this video, and there are certain things else that is going to be super helpful to you, because this package, unlike PhyTrade, which is still under the process of this thing that I'm about to talk about, is already OSSF best practices certified, which means this package actually qualifies for some of the highest quality open source software cybersecurity measures. Go out there and check out what is open source software best practices. I will add the link to that as well underneath this video. But up until then, know it like this: every day there are hundreds of thousands of cyber attacks happening all around you. Again, story time. My own father has made me reply to multiple Nigerians who claimed to pay us in millions and billions. And I've had to reply to them because like I was an obedient kid. I was an obedient kid because I got to buy video games. I got to play video games. I couldn't care any less. Let the Muslim do whatever the Muslim wants to do. But like anyway, uh, I'm sorry. That was a joke I had to make. Anyway, point is the probability of you unintentionally getting your machine infected by an undesirable foreign object or entity is drastically low when you type pip install PhysTensor, because your man KSA went the extra mile and looked for open source certifications and made sure that the repository of PhysTensor, the core repository of PhysTensor, abides by the best practices of open source software development. So that's it for today. I hope you download my Python package. I hope you use it. I hope you improve your physics correctness. I hope you, if you're a researcher or a lab principal investigator, recommend it to your students and cite it, because I like downloads and I like citations. That's it for today. Wait until the next announcement because there's more.